In this video, we're going to take a look at EZGUI and its layer feature. This layering feature is built into both the Visual Designer and in the Runtime Engine as well. And it's very powerful. It's a unique feature you probably won't find in any other tool currently for Power Basic. And the beauty of it is it allows you to work with things like tab controls in a much easier way. Let's see how this works. We'll create a tab control on a form. And here we have a tab control. Now, when we create the tab control, you'll notice over here in the project palette window, we are set on layer 0. Layer 0 is considered the background layer. And any control on the background layer will be displayed with other layers when you display them using the EZDisplay layer command in the EZGUI runtime engine. So the tab control being on the background layer will always be visible. Now what we can do is say, okay, I want to add controls for the first tab. I'll change the layer. Now we're on layer 1. And I'll just put a couple controls. I'll put a button control here. And how about a list box here? Then for the second tab, I'll click on layer 2. Now you notice the other layer disappeared. And I'll add some more controls. I'm going to put a big text box here. And I'm going to put, how about a rich text control here? And I don't really like that blank text box, so I'm just going to remove it. And I'm going to make my rich text control fill the whole area there. Okay. Now, for the third tab, I'll change to tab 3. Now again, notice the control disappeared. And now I'm going to put, say, a list view control on tab 3. Well, they're actually not on the tabs, because if I move the tab controls don't move. They're not associated with it. I'm just using the tab control as a background and as a user input feature. And in my code, I can tell the form to display a specific layer. So now let's go back. Layer 0, just the tab control by itself. Layer 1, controls I want for tab 1. Layer 2, the control I want for the second tab. And then layer 3, again, we have a control for the tab 3. If I go into test mode, watch what happens. Isn't that nice? See, you can actually work with the tabs and have it display. Well, the interesting thing about layers is they're not dependent upon a tab control. I'm going to delete the tab control. Okay. And if I go to the shortcut menu, it mentions in test mode that the F1 and F2 keys will display the previous and next layer, which you would do via code in your application, but in the designer you can actually, in test mode, press the F keys to go back between layers. So now, when I test the form, see what happens. That's layer 1. I'm going to press F2 to the next layer, F3 to the next layer, and then I can go back again with F1. And that's how layers work. So by using layers, we have the capability of having more controls than will fit on a form. Let's say you have limited space in your application, maybe a small screen size and so forth. And by using layers, you can actually display and hide groups of controls and be able to use the area more efficiently in designing your applications. So layers is one of the most powerful features in EZGUI, and I think you'll find it very useful when building your application.